Greetings and welcome to One Spherical Love. Unispherical is my books, music, and art. One Spherical Love is my church. Some people don't like to say church, so it is a spiritual gathering. And then I have Beautiful, Bountiful Blessings Consulting. And I have Be One Love. Be One Love is the whole conglomerate of all three. So today is a spiritual moment. So I've noticed that there are energies that are changing, and I'm totally feeling it. When I was 5, I saw my spirit guide, an old Indian man. He was on the ceiling with one feather. Okay. I'm 12 and I don't know anything about other cultures, but one day I'm at my neighbor's house. I'm gonna go over there and play with their kid, and all of a sudden on PBS, lo and behold, they're teaching yoga. I'm thinking, I don't know what that is, but that's me. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. I gravitated towards yoga. It's just natural. So as time goes by, I've learned over the years, recently, maybe a few years ago, somebody told me, I mentioned the word starseed, and there's the indigos, the blue star, the crystal children, and the starseed children. All right. Starseeds were actually born starting in the year of 2000 and forward, and indigos started back in 1940s. So as the generations go on, you get different awarenesses, and that is the point of these particular beings that have reincarnated into Earth's physical form in the human 5 senses in 3D third dimension. Years ago, I gave myself permission to 3D, 4D, 5D as 1D of being. So that's where I regulate at. When I was going through cancer treatments last year, I could literally smell the cancer cells burning in my head. I had nasopharynx cancer, and it was a progressive tumor in my sinus, and it pushed to the other side, so it gave me a deviated septum this side. So, things don't drain right, all right? So I tell my nurse that I could smell the cancer cells burning, and she goes, well, children that have cancer do smell, and people that are highly sensitive do smell. Now, I've known all my life that I can see more and hear more and taste more, everything 5 senses more than most people. I'd say a few years back, I'm talking to a coworker. We're standing there, and I guess I got this look on my face. He looked up behind me, and I don't know, maybe 100 feet away, somebody was coming out the door, somebody I didn't like. And then I turn around and look, what's he looking at? And sure enough, behold, it was somebody I didn't like. But I could pick up their energy. I pick up energies, and I always have ever since I was a kid. And I used to get mad. My mom would tell me, people can't read your mind. I said, well, why not? To me, talking is the lazy person's way of communicating when we all have a mind, and this is how you should be communicating. But there's too many people that are hung up on the ego, so they can't pick up the different senses. All right. So many things have happened in my life. It's like, okay, make it sense. When I was 5 or 6, starting school, the teacher smacked my my left hand, and said, we don't write like that. We only write with the right hand. So ever since then, I've had fractured my wrist. I actually had 2 ganglion cysts grow in my wrist. So that's 2 surgeries 6 months apart. And what happens is they start growing and they wrap their tail. It's like a marble, and it wraps its tail around your bone till it hits your heart, and then it kills you. So yeah, I had 2 surgeries, and the second doctor said, you keep doing what you're doing, accounting, repetitive typing, repetitive anything, and your body will retaliate. And he said, 95% chance you're going to get another one. So lo and behold, there was my walkout papers from accounting, and then lo and behold, now I'm a landscaper. And hanging out with nature, it's like a whole different world, okay? So I just started a few months ago noticing more and more feathers from different types of birds, the places I go. And these are then signs. I mean, I've seen the signs before over the years, but never really connected. The signs is that my spirit guide is telling me that good and bad people's coming. And the more that I learn how to interpret these feathers, I'm now learning how to read feathers. Like, how super cool is that? So I see those, and I think it was in August, there was what was called the Lionsgate portal. It's all over YouTube. And basically, it's the moon. And then you got the, I don't know, a few days later, you got the super moon or big moon, whatever. And science has regulated or done scientific studies that the moon creates the tidal waves on Earth, so it regulates it, and it regulates human emotion. It influences and infects us. Yes, it infects us through energy. Influence or infects. Okay, so infection is not always a bad thing. It's only perception of perceiving one's own truth will then determine if it's good or bad, heaven, hell, black, white, blah, blah, blah. So your perception will then create your world. Pretty simple stuff. So this morning, I haven't understood why. I mean, I haven't cried in years, but lately, I'd say in the past month or 3 weeks, all of a sudden I'm like crying all the time. Like, what the freak? This is not my personality. Hello, not even close. I mean, I've worked with men on landscaping in 30 years, and they say I work like a man, okay? I get in there, get her done, and get out. So I just don't understand what's going on. Now, a lot of the problems with the cancer on the right side, the ganglion cyst on the right wrist, like a lot of things happen on the right side of the body, which is male, because it is the most dominant of what I'm using in a male capacity of landscaping. So the female left side of the body is really, I guess, was put to the side for many years, and I guess I'm shifting. I can feel. One day I woke up just recently. I could feel the shift of going through portals. And they say if you're highly sensitive, it is God's gift. And I Googled my name, my birth name, and in Hebrew, it's God's gift. So my highly sensitive hearing, seeing, and everything is God's gifts. And I learned how through a lot of experience of how to elevate my awareness. This is self-awareness. 2 main animal species on Earth that have self-awareness is dolphins and humans. So I've learned how to bring that into my everyday life, but lately, I say in the past month, like the ripple effects, like you throw a pebble on the water, like ponds and whatnot, and it will have a ripple effect. And the ripple effect, what gets bigger and bigger the more it goes out. Well, that's the way the vibrations from the planets and stars and all that jazz, I can feel that, okay? And every time after the cancer treatments, I would like feel my heart hurt. So I went to the hospital twice, emergency room, and I tell them my heart hurts. So they do 4 hours of testing, and then you get dressed, and all they say is, oh, it's just a side effect. So twice that happened is like, well, I'm not going to spend 4 hours of my life, never going to get it back. Who going to pay me for that time? Never going to get it back. So it's like, no. Over the years, I've been told through different doctors or tests or whatever. Yeah, they test you at the hospital for 5 years. Yay! After you have cancer, once the cancer's gone, to make sure it don't come back again. So they're always testing me on something. I'm like a pincushion, okay? So I know how to bring down the high blood pressure. In Vegas, it was the early 2000s. Me and my ex, at the time, my husband, we went to a casino, and there was a machine, like a machine. You put your hand in, and this gypsy tells you your fortune. So it's a puppet. So I put my hand in, and I said, "Now watch this." Now, on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 is cold, 10 is hot, right? That's what kind of lover you are. And I said, now watch this. I put my hand in there. It didn't go anywhere. It stayed on 0. I said, now watch this. I did it again. Went up to a 10. It's all right here. You create your world. And life is love. Love is life. Blessings from Reverend Lewis. Thank you for your support.